talk about, this is Peggy and Julie, here to talk about their court expansion project.
I'm going to step up here if that's okay.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for letting us come and present to you today. As Jamma said, or Jamma, is that correct? Okay.
It works.
I'm Julie Strasser, this is Peggy Shaw. We are co-presidents, if you've ever heard of that. We are co-presidents of the Pickle County Pickleball Association. We've been around since July of 2021, and we have officers, a mission statement, bylaws, a snappy clothing line. We have a website, we have a Facebook page, and we have an IRS designation. Our mission is to foster the growth and development of pickleball in Circleville, Ohio, and the surrounding communities for all age groups, especially for the retired population. Can you all see? I don't need to be standing in front of the presentation. And we want to promote, through pickleball, wellness, a sense of community, and well-being in a safe and welcoming environment. So, why pickleball? I read your list of the people coming in to pitch today, and you're probably thinking, pickleball, what is this all about? Well, and how would it have a positive impact on Pickle County? We looked up some local data, and 72% of Pickle County adults are obese or overweight. And that can lead to a lot of medical problems. Also, according to local data, physical inactivity in Pickle County is 6% higher than the state average. So here's the best part. Pickleball's fun. It's easy to learn. You don't have to be LeBron James or Serena Williams to play this. I've played with people who are in their 80s. I've played with people in their teens. They're kind of hard to beat, but that's okay. They can get to all the balls out there. And it's a great way to get moving by playing pickleball. Research has found that middle-aged adults who play pickleball 1 hour, 3 times a week, can significantly lower their blood pressure. They can improve their cholesterol levels and their cardiorespiratory fitness levels. And at a growth rate nationally of 650%, pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the United States. Local play has kept up. We play at the Y, but it's not free. And we have so many players who are coming to the Y now that often you have to sit out and wait, which you may think, well, that's okay. But it's really hard to wait when you want to play pickleball. And it's hard to get new people involved if they have to sit out and wait a long time. So we really are looking for more areas to play. Now, ironically, part of this is our fault, that we have so many people who are wanting to play. Because when the tennis courts at Ted Lewis closed, we secured private donations and permission from the park board, permission from city council to resurface an underused basketball court at Barthelmess Park. So our people put in $15,000 to get that done. We've turned it into 2 pickleball courts. However, we don't have permanent nets and we don't have fencing. We can play out there 3 seasons, and sometimes we can even go out and play. I played December 31st, and some people played just recently. It's a very welcoming game. You're probably thinking, I wish we could see something going on with pickleball, and I hope Peggy's going to show you something about that.
I am not, just the slides.
Okay, sorry. So I say it's partly our fault because we taught pickleball at the high school, Circleville High School, for 4 days. We got younger people interested. We have had well-attended clinics at the Y, taught by professional players. We did an intro class at Williamsport. People out there were interested in playing. We will hold pickleball classes with the phys ed people at Circleville Middle School next week. We're going to do 4 days there. We're going to speak with both Sunrise and Noon Rotary this spring because we'd like to introduce them to the game. We're also going to speak with the county commissioners later in March. So we're really trying to raise awareness. We're trying to raise funds so we can put 2 courts at Barthelmess Park that have nets and fencing. Anybody can go out and use them at any time. And we're hoping to set up 3-4 playing days a week at certain times so you know you can just show up and play. That's how it is in a lot of communities. So to fulfill our mission and to make a positive impact on the health and well-being of Pickle County residents, we're asking for $7,000 or more to help us build 2 new pickleball courts from the ground up at Barthelmess Park. We want to put in permanent netting. We also want to put in permanent fencing. And I'm going to give Peggy some time to go over the financials.
I will go over the financials. Julie did a great job. I wanted to show this slide. It shows the community outreach and the collaboration that we've been able to establish with all of the surrounding areas, including Ross, Franklin, Grove City, Fairfield. It's a very social sport, and it takes some organization to set up everybody come play. This is the time between 9 and 11 that it's drop in and round robin in and out. Anyway, we've done a good job. Steve set this up, and he's been instrumental in
Steve Riffle.
being the cohesive element, bringing everyone together. I think that was about all I wanted to show you on the slide. These are some professional organizations that some of us belong to. We've had lessons by these people. They're wonderful. I think that's all I kind of wanted to. Oh, very welcoming. I love this slide when Steve sent it to us. It is a very welcoming sport. Very inviting, very social. And Special Olympics just adopted it as part of their curriculum. And it lends itself nicely to para pickleball play. A little bit of different rules, 2-ball bounce, but still a lot of fun. Our plans kind of pivoted when we saw that this is great. We did want to include a sidewalk and accessibility for that. Brought a couple paddles. If you're interested in come and play, we want you to come play. This one's kind of a cheap one, don't buy it.
Yeah.
We bought a bunch. This is what we use to teach kids.
Okay, we have 1 minute. Okay, well here, pickleball, it's just this easy. Oh, sorry, that was a great shot, what can I say?
Here, lean over.
It really is very easy. Old tennis players don't die, they play pickleball.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a tennis player to play. If you play ping pong, you actually have a little bit of a leg up. Because between tennis and ping pong, pickleball is a little more like ping pong. Or yes, it is. It's played on half the size of a tennis court. Usually it's played doubles, so a lot of people can get on a smaller space. I know we only have a minute. We've worked with Schubert Tennis Limited. They put in our resurfacing. If we get this grant that we're looking for, we're going to hopefully work with Schubert again, who subcontracts with Rose Brothers. And they would put in all of the foundation for it. And then Schubert would finish it, they'd stripe it, they would put in the nets, they'd put in the fencing.
You have the copy of what we submitted as far as our budget goes. It shows where in 2021 we had all that money donated and worked with the city to resurface one of the basketball courts. The rest of it is there. We're trying to get up to that 67, 68,000. We expect it to go over, especially if we get the NatureWorks grant. There'll be proprietary regulations that will need to be followed, and not having done this before, it does increase I didn't know, but it will increase the cost somewhat.
We put
I'm sorry, we're out of time.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Out of time. Open it up for questions?
Julie is I'm assuming you can just play on asphalt, can't you?
Yes, yeah. We were playing at Ted Lewis and then those courts closed and we had to find a place to play. So that's why all of this kind of started up.
And you say it's half the